What's up, guys? Chronix here. So today I'm gonna be telling the story of how I did DXM, aka Delsym, with my friend Steve. Let's just go ahead and get right into it. And yeah. All right. So basically, I'm not gonna be able to recall all of this experience because this happened quite a bit ago, and number one, brain fog too. So yeah. Basically, I went to my friend Steve's house, and we'll call him Steve. We'll just call him Steve. I don't know if I might say his real name in some future videos, but as of for now, I'm not gonna say it yet. I have to ask him. But basically, I head over to his house. I hit my buddy Steve up, and I'm like, "Yo, honestly, I think we should have a sleepover this weekend. Yada yada, just sleepovers, school kind of thing." And I go back to his house, and we eventually arrive after a while. And first night, kind of just messing around. I don't want to make this video too long because it's my first video, but basically we're just messing around. We're not having too much of a great time because I think the what we first did, we were running errands a lot the first day, and by the time we got back, it was like 9 or 10, so we didn't really do much. I mean, I think if I can recall, honestly, just drank a bit and then I think hit some bud, but that's about it for the first night. But when it gets real interesting is the second night. We go out and run errands a lot, and we go to IKEA, and just all that nonsense, just being goofballs, and then we end up getting back, and when we get back, we were playing pool for a while, and then we kind of we pour up, we got the 5 ounce bottle of Delsym, and we decided to pour it into Sprite, right? And we kind of like shook it up a bit, but since we shook it up too much, so we had to sit it down, and we ended up playing pool for a while again. But right after that, we ended up going, and we ended up just kind of, I think we chugged it. It was probably not smart to do that, but we chugged it very fast, and I think it was about 210 milligram of DXM. I'm not very sure. I'd have to double check. Sorry, I just got a text. So let me check this. Sorry about that, guys. So what we did was we ended up pouring up. It was about 210 milligrams, like I said. We chugged it, and it was awful. I will never forget the taste of Delsym. It is forever gonna be engraved in my mind. I don't think I'll ever like the taste of grape ever again, but hey, that's just me. I don't know about any of you guys. Also, comment down below if you have any experiences like this either, but back into the story. So basically, we do that, and it takes a while for it to kick in. I mean, we're sitting there just watching YouTube movies, and eventually, by the time it hits, it's about like, I don't even know, probably like 12 in the morning, 1 in the morning, and I start feeling like this heavy feeling. You know what I mean? Like, if those of you who've done DXM, you know what I'm talking about. Start getting this heavy but like light feeling. Then after a little bit, like I'm asking Steve, and I'm like, "Yo, dude, this is coming up." Like, he's like, "Yeah, me too." And after a little bit, we end up going, we end up going back into the his room. And we're like just kind of messing around, and eventually he says he wants to go lay down for a bit or something. I forget, but he goes into his room, and he's in there for a while, and I'm sitting out here, and this shit is smacking me. I mean, it is hitting me so hard. Like, I remember I was looking at the ceiling, and we had this LED light kind of flashing. It was like one of those Saturn globe things, and you put it on the stand, whatever. And it was on the ceiling, and I was looking at it, and it started like, whoa, like it started coming at me. It was weird. Uh, Long story short, I'm staring at the ceiling, and this, I don't even know what was on. There's ads going on the TV, and it was starting to lose my mind. So I go back, and I go into the Sean or Steven's room. I go back into Steven's room, and we're like, he's just laying on the bed, and he's like, "Dude, I'm seeing fractals of light. Fractals." It's pitch black in his goddamn room. I don't even know what he's doing. He is experiencing a whole lifetime in that room, is what it seemed like when he was explaining it to me. Long story short, we come out, we come back, sit down on the couch, we eat some snacks, but my stomach is fucked up. It is not feeling good whatsoever. My stomach, I don't think I've ever felt that level of pain in my stomach. And I mean, it's seceded. It went away. Like it disappeared after maybe an hour. But I mean, it was bad. We ended up going into the bathroom, shut the light out, and we just stared, just staring into the darkness. And I gotta say, I don't recommend doing DXM or Delsym or any of that, but God, it was beautiful in that bathroom when the lights were out. I mean, colors. I was seeing rooms. It was insane. We were in there for hours. Not hours, but it felt like hours. I think we were in there for probably like 30 minutes. We ended up coming back out, and basically what we did was or I guess what I did was is I don't even know what was going on in my brain, but I don't even know how to explain it. I was literally like I was seeing so much shit going on around me, like it was insane. Like I I remember very like clearly I was like looking at the wall or the ceiling and the wall, and there was like patterns on the wall, and the ceiling was one of those ceilings that had like designs on it. So it was like very, very nice to look at. And I remember out loud I kept telling Steven, I was like, look at the pattern. Like I was literally I was like going I sounded like an insane person. Like I kept saying, look at the pattern, look at the pattern. And I was like tapping my fingers. Like I was like tapping my pinky, then my pointer, or my pinky, then my ring, then my middle, then my pointer finger. And I was doing that constantly. And I don't even know, like, I don't know why I remember that detail, but like, it was just, it was good, but it was real weird. We ended up sitting back on like the couch. He has one of those couches where it's like one of those nice leather couches, and like you can fold it out and it has those drink cups and the mechanical like couches. And what we did was is we sat there and I kind of propped my feet up on the couch. I moved it up, and I'm sitting there, and Stevens, he's just like, dude, we gotta go to bed. I look at the time, and it is like 3 in the morning, and we have to get up and go see like his older brother and his like niece. So we're like we're beyond just fucked. Like we had to go to bed then, but he, I don't think he went to bed. He was really trying. Me, I gave up. I just gave up on trying to go to bed. I sat there. I'm laying down. I'm like closing my eyes and shit. I'm seeing stuff. We have the TV on rain sounds. That was just not that I needed something on the TV like at that moment. Like I think if I didn't have the rain on, I think that would have been the downfall of me right there. Like I'm sitting there and we are just tweaking out. He's trying to go to bed. He's got his eyes closed. He's sitting up with his eyes closed, and I'm sitting there. Hey, Steven. Hey, this. Like, hey, Steven, look at the pattern. Hey, Steven, look at the fucking. I don't even know. Like, I was just going nonstop, making no sense. Just zero sense at all. And I mean, I was up for hours. He wasn't sleeping either. Like, he responded every time I asked him something with just regular tone voice, not even whispering. Like I don't think he also got any sleep. And by the time I'm literally up until the sun is rising, and that's when I finally got maybe an hour of sleep, and actually maybe 2 hours of sleep, maybe even four, because I remember it was like we overslept like everyone did. So I got some decent sleep, but by the time I woke up, I mean, we drank this shit at like 9 to 10:30, and we were fucking tripping hard until like I'm not even joking, like I don't even know, it was probably like 3 p.m. the day after, like Sunday morning. Like we get up and we are fucking like, oh my god, so going strong, pupils dilated and shit. Like we are so beyond just out of our mind, fucked. Not out of our mind as we were earlier, but definitely not all there in the brain. I mean, I still have that fucking numbness that I don't know what it is. DXM makes you numb. It's kind of weird. Like it's like I don't even know. Then you got freaking Steven over there. He's fucking I don't even know. Steven's sitting there. We're just like staring at each other like, oh my fucking god, it's not over. Like we just wanted it to be over, dude. At that point, but we ended up going to seeing his nieces and nephews, and the weird thing about it was our throats, like, we couldn't swallow stuff. Like, it was like I think it was probably the dextromorph whatever how you pronounce it, morphine polysterex or something. I forget how to say it, but I think it was that was making our throats so like numb. And we ended up going through a McDonald's drive-through, and we got food, but he just didn't eat any of his food. Like he didn't eat shit out of that entire McDonald's like order that we got. I ate my food, and but it just did not feel right going down, and it tasted good, but I mean, I don't know, it kind of revived me almost, but I still felt like just utter shit. And we ended up going to his brother's house, and we have to sit there with his niece and nephews, and they are bombarding Steven with just the craziness of like imagine like if ADHD met cocaine and then a kid came out. That's what happened. That's what his nieces are like. Like his niece and nephew are like. I mean, it is. I mean, all kids are probably like that, but I don't know, man. We ended up staying there for a while, and then we went home, or we went and got our shit, and then we came home. Uh, that's probably the end of the story. I mean, we got on an Xbox call after that. We were talking, and I mean, we were still just not feeling great, and I ended up crashing to bed at like fucking 8:30 p.m. But yeah, that's the story, and I hope you guys like it. This is my first video. Um, this is my first story. I don't know if you guys like videos like this. I can improve my quality, and I don't even know if anyone's gonna watch this, but I will be sending this to Steven. So, yeah, that's about it that I only have like for now. So, if you have any other stories that are similar to mine, I will be posting other stories, like various other stories of just delinquent shit that I did when I was younger. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys for watching, and have a good day.